what this man doing, I think we all as New Yorkers can appreciate. He is trying to make New York City more affordable. He's getting down to the root of the issue. Why is it so unaffordable to live here? Why are rent prices going up? Why is New York City notorious for having for having high rent? And outside of that, he's just a cool dude. Go check out some of his stuff. He has nice content outside of just real estate. But hey, man, you know how expensive it is to live in New York. This is your guy to talk to if you want to find someplace affordable to live. He gives you some tips. He's a cool guy. Make sure you check out his TikTok. Make sure you check out his Instagram and subscribe. Don't be lame. You here already. Just subscribe, all right? Come on.
Question for the ladies. Dating in New York City changing? All right, so part two. So in 2019, they greatly reduced... All right, I've answered this a lot, but I'm going to keep it good.
Let's do this. Way down.
Mr. Meth, you know how we...
I mean, I guess essentially what this comment is saying is that my mom is still alive and she's still in my life. So, I mean, yeah, love my mom and I'm very...
Good news, good news, good news, that's all they wanna hear.
Question for the ladies. Dating in New York City changing? All right, so part two. So in 2019, they greatly reduced... All right, I've answered this a lot, but I'm going to keep it good.
Welcome back to another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I'm your host, Glasser Crossfield. We are changing the world one podcast at a time. And today we have the world-renowned real estate mogul with us here today. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Evan Rugen. Yeah, I run a principal and founder of LVL Group. We're a vertically integrated real estate syndication that buys assets in New York.
Got you. Now, you said depend on your discipline when the motivation isn't enough. So what exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, like every single day I'm not pumped to go to the gym. Like every single day I'm not pumped to like do work, but I wake up and it's like it's something I do. You know, maybe 1 out of 5 days, 2 out of 5 days, I'm excited to get into the gym. 2 out of 5 days, I'm excited to get to work. The other 3 out of 5, it's just muscle memory. It pushes you along, and then you're inspired by something. All right, you hit a high point. All right, great. I'm gonna get to the gym. I'm gonna crush it. Those other 3 days, fuck, I don't want to be here, but like you got to keep pushing. You just have to keep moving forward.
How does someone develop that discipline?
Muscle memory, man. It's like it's like this is probably a bad example, but like you don't touch a stove because you know you're gonna burn yourself. I think that the stat is like it takes 21 days in a row to form a habit. So, like that's the most difficult thing is getting started. Once you get started on something, it's just momentum. You know, it's all momentum. The most difficult thing you do in your entire venture, entire career is getting started. And have you ever read The Alchemist?
No, I believe I have it on my reading list though.
Pick it up, man. It's an incredible novel, all about this. Like if you aim to aspire to do something, the entire world works around you to make it happen. And I truthfully believe that.
Got you writing down the name.
It's an incredible book. I think it's published in the most languages in the world, like one of the top 5 most read books ever.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I do have that on my reading list for sure.
Yeah.
So what made you want to get into real estate?
I didn't qualify for anything else. Yeah. I come from a pretty blue collar background. Went to 1 semester of college. Realized that it was setting me up to work for someone, which I didn't want. I moved to New York City to walk dogs. I was walking dogs. I was 19 years old, didn't have any money, didn't have a college degree, was house sitting for an elderly family on the Upper West Side. Couldn't, didn't have a fake ID, couldn't go out to bars. So I'm like, what can I do? I got a real estate license. And it took me like 5 months to close my first deal, $700. And I'm like, I'm gonna be involved in this industry for the rest of my life. And I think at the height of my leasing career, which is not what I do anymore, but the height of my leasing career, I think I rented like 527 apartments in 1 year, which
Nice.
Yeah, which I think it translates to like $3 million in commission.
Now you said it took you 5 months to get your first deal, and you made
Yeah.
$700. Now maybe at that particular point in time, that was more money than you were accustomed to seeing. However,
At one time, yeah. Yeah.
that's not life changing money. So what about that moment made you believe like, damn, like this is what I'm gonna do forever?
It showed me what was possible. It showed me, that it's actually doable. Like you see all these people online with drop shipping or whatever the venture is, starting a cloud computing company. It's like I
Machines.
really value in my life like people who show me what's possible.
Mm,
You need to surround yourself with the people that will push you. Like it can be really comfortable for me to sit around and sit on my soapbox and be like, yeah, I own a bunch of real estate, but like I get to surround myself with bigger people, so I get humbled. Like I'm a fly. I'm nothing compared to them.
mm, got you. So New York City is a world-renowned, expensive city. So how does someone get into real estate starting in New York?
Again, I don't advise anybody do this. And expensive is relative, right? Like recently, yes, the rent has gotten ridiculously too expensive. But think about this: when you move to New York, you don't need a car. You don't have to pay for gas. Insurance for a car is what $300 a month. You don't have to pay a car for a car, which is used car is $5,000 a month. All the infrastructure is built out. If you want to move to New York, go on Craigslist, move and get creative. You're not gonna move into New York with a nice big spread. What I would do, I would just bounce around on Craigslist and get a bedroom here in a shared apartment with 4 other people, pay $800-900 a month. Like you can get by. I guess how did I get started? I mean, on the fucking bottom, like renting apartments to college students and budget renters, and it was a different market 7-8 years ago. But yeah, started at the bottom, like Drake.
Well, he had a different bottom.
Yeah.
Why is New York City, well, it's relative like you said, but why is New York City rent so notoriously high?
Well, politicians have made rent a lot higher in the last 2 years, but if you look at Manhattan, it's only 13 miles long, I think, and it's supply constrained demand. You're in Oswego, right?
That was the college that I previously went to, yes.
Okay, where do you live?
I live in Queens.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, wow, I didn't know we were so close. Well, if you look at the Manhattan, Queens, they're islands. You can only build so much. If you go to upstate New York, you go to Florida, if rent gets too much, if it hits its critical mass, you can just build another building. That's not really possible here. And politicians are making it even more difficult to build and add more housing to the market. So it's getting a lot more expensive.
Wow. So it's basically the lack of space that always has us the rent at where it's at.
Yeah, yeah. But as
Mm.
I've spoken about a lot in recent memory and TikTok, rules that were passed in 2019 has greatly destroyed the rental market in terms of rent stabilization, which is great. But when someone moves out in an apartment now, someone moves out. So your grandma's rent stabilized. She moves to Florida. When she moves out, that apartment now sits vacant because New York City landlords are not incentivized to rent that apartment because they can't increase the rent the way they like to. So anytime someone moves out of a rent stabilized apartment, New York City becomes that much more unaffordable.
Mm. So what do you think the solution would be there?
Fix the laws, change them back to what they were. They were passed in 2019 to help tenants, and at the end of the day, it's hurting tenants exponentially.
Okay, so the solution to that you think would be to move someone into that vacant apartment with a higher rent.
Yeah. If okay, because for example, if an apartment is from the 60s, the landlord wants to do improvements to the apartment, but like he's not incentivized. If the previous rent was $600, if he places a tenant in there at $600, he devalues his building by $400,000.
Mm.
So it's not in the landlord's interest. He'd rather write it off as a loss. So what we need to do is incentivize landlords more to renovate these apartments and increase the rent, not like just more than what it's at now. Like if they put in $60,000 to an apartment, they can increase the rent like $100. So every landlord's like that return on investment is horrendous. It's negative. So I'm not going to do that. And therefore, these apartments are sitting vacant.
Interesting. I think this now needs to get out to the public because
I'm trying, man. I'm barking on the internet every day, yelling about it.
Because the average person, all they're gonna hear is raise rent, and that's gonna make things worse.
Yeah, but it's really poorly written laws that's led us to this point.
So how do you think we can do a better job of making NYC affordable? Is that the only way?
Allow for building, allow builders to build. You know, reset this law.
Gotcha.
Where in Queens do you live?
I live in Laurelton.
Where is that?
Laurelton, Rosedale, Springfield.
I never get out there. Never.
Cambria Heights, St. Albans.
St. Albans. They have a really good basketball team, right?
Probably. They play basketball over there a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a few NBA players that played there.
I know. No, that's Hollis. Yeah, that's Hollis. I know Hollis is known for their like their hip hop legends. But I'm gonna add somebody to the call if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, my phone.
There we are.
Out.
Now that looks like a dorm room.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Hell yeah! Are you at Oswego?
No, I'm at UCLA right now.
UCLA?
Yeah.
Very different. Very different.
Super different, for real.
How do you like your time in LA?
I wouldn't really call it time. I caught COVID, so.
Oh no.
I just been in the room, just quarantining and chilling. Hopefully, by tomorrow I should be good. I think tomorrow's like my 4th day.
Why are you out? Or do you live out there? Or are you just like?
Oh, no, I'm here for like work purposes. So, like my job, we go from state to state, campus to campus,
right?
And we just help kids that. Well, it's a medical program, so we mentor kids that want to get into the medical field.
Right.
So and it ranges from elementary school kids all the way to high school kids. Because we was at UC Berkeley a few weeks ago. Now we're here at UCLA, and then we just go from like campus to campus.
Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
What borough are you in?
I am Bowery Boy on Instagram, so I'm in Manhattan, right off of the Bowery.
Oh, I thought Bowery was that bugging? I thought Bowery was in Brooklyn. I'm bugging?
No, not yet. No.
There's no Bowery.
Yeah, Bowery's right in Manhattan. It's right in the middle of Manhattan. It's like literally like George Washington walked down Bowery when he came here.
Wow.
Like literally a block away from me, Abraham Lincoln announced his presidency. So
wow.
This was the main stretch in Manhattan. Like at one point there was 2 areas. There was like a grassy knoll, which is Tompkins Square Park, and like a sort of like a beaten path, which was Bowery. And that was when the island was first discovered, 200, 300 years ago. But
yeah, you really know your New York City history.
Well, I do what I can. I read St. Mark's is Dead, which is an incredible publication on New York.
And that's all that's uptown, right?
No, downtown, baby.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. Are you, Prince, are you from Manhattan? Are you from New York as well?
Oh yeah, I'm from Queens. I'm from Jamaica, Queens.
I love it. Okay. Oh, my a girl I used to date is from Jamaica. What high school you go to? PS 107 or whatever?
No, I went to Benjamin and Cardozo High School.
Was it Benjamin Cardozo?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask her.
Wait, that's where she went?
No, I have no idea. I can find out though.
Oh wow. She went to high school in Queens.
Yeah. No, two of my friends went to school like near like the Elmhurst area.
Got you. You
What school? That's Van
Was it-
Buren is in Elmhurst, right?
I don't I know some Queens somewhere.
I don't know. Well, actually, Martin Van Buren, where I'm from, originally from in upstate New York. He was born in the town over Kinderhook.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
We was just what was it last week? We was looking at all the presidents from
New
New
York.
York. A lot of them are from the outskirts, not
Yeah.
within the city, except for Donald Trump. He's from Queens.
Yeah.
Shout out. Donald.
Shout out Donald.
What are some of the things that you've done to help make New York City more affordable to live in?
Yeah, so I mean, when I first moved here, I had no money, so I ate McDonald's every single day, but I don't advise to do that. I, in terms of food, like you can eat pork buns, like you can really get a breakfast in New York for like $6-7. Like a pork bun from Chinatown with a coffee is like $4, and you're
Really?
fed. Yeah, you're fed for like 3 hours. I used to get my haircuts in Chinatown like $8-9. Now I pay a little bit more. Obviously shopping, I would just do all my shopping at thrift shops. Didn't have a subway pass, I would bike everywhere. Like there's ways to do it like really, really affordably. When I lived here, I moved into I lived with an elderly couple, and then I moved with like a bunch of randoms off Craigslist. And then I moved to Brooklyn into a 2-bedroom, and I built walls and turned it into a 5-bedroom. By the time I left, I was actually profiting like $300 a month. So yeah, man, there's ways to like dodge and weave and, claw and fight. Cause like, look, the wage gap between average Americans and the wealthiest corporations is only getting larger. So it's like, you have to live way below your means. I still, dude, I spend fucking nothing. I eat canned tuna for breakfast every morning. It's so bad. But like, yeah, man, I essentially, I don't want to buy things to impress people I don't like, I probably don't even like. And like, I don't know. I've just never been super interested in that because finances is freedom. Finances is the scorecard. It's the leverage you can use to go on offense in business.
You listen to Gary Vee at all?
Yeah, I met him a few times. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I used to, when I first started in business, he was like the spark. He was like the light that got me going. I don't really watch his stuff anymore. I find he's generally correct on his predictions. But yeah, I was sitting at a Jets game a few years ago, and like they showed him at the green screen, and I was also on the green screen, and he was sitting like right behind me. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
This mindset that you have of saving everything that you can, has this been something that's always been instilled in you from a young age, whether from you or your parents instilled it in you?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I didn't grow up with a lot, and like, I was always frugal, but didn't know why. But again, I don't know, like some people, I don't know, just for me personally, like the most stressful thing is not having money. So I don't want to be in that spot. I don't want to be in that position. And like, I'm building this empire. I'm not building it to buy a Lambo or to flex or buy a penthouse. I'm doing it for security, like multi-generational wealth. Like I like, 7 generations down, I want them to be good, Oh, someone's buzzing me right now. Let me see. I think this is Amazon. Hang on.
Raw and unedited.
You said what?
I said raw and unedited. What are some of the things that you focus on when you're not focusing on real estate?
My health, health is the greatest luxury. Working out, going to the sauna. I'm not a natural eater. I don't I don't love like huge meals, but like eating as well as I can. I'm really, dude, I'm really just completely dialed in on this venture. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Pretty much every day, 13, 14 hours a day. This is all I do. But again, it's like live a few years like most won't. You can live the rest of your lives like most can't. You know, very very quickly I'll amass a very very large real estate portfolio. And I can do whatever I want. Move to Portugal. I can fucking get into newscasting. I can do whatever I want. But like what so many people do is like, and which there's not a problem with this. It's just not how I operate. You know, they make really like small gradual, you know, increases, but like true mastery requires you to miss out on massive parts of your life. And that's just the grind I'm in right now.
So you missing out on these massive things. So it's like really just to work hard now and you get to play later type thing.
Yeah, and I enjoy what I do. You know, it's not like I'm sitting here like crying. It's like it's really fun making money. It's really fun, you know, buying an asset, renovating it, making it sick, and then like getting a tenant. Like you're like truly like you're playing Monopoly. Like it's fun. But like I could easily do this 50% as hard and build a portfolio slower. But like I have people that are relying on me for a paycheck. And if there's any inkling that I wouldn't be able to pay them, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. And I would look back, put it to you like this. There's two pains you'll deal with the rest of your life. The pain of regret and the pain of discipline. Pain of regret is like a boulder on your shoulder dropped on you. The pain of discipline, it's like a paperweight. Like it's not fun sometimes, but it needs to happen. And until I'm in a scenario where my family is in a very, very good spot, and all my employees are compensated to their abilities, then I'm not going to stop. And the flip side of the coin is like, for example, like I go, you know, I'm not dating right now. I'm not on apps or anything like that because like I don't want to meet the girl and like having to play catch up. Like I'm working on this, I'm working on that. I want to meet the girl and have everything locked in and just be ready to go, you know, like, hey, I worked 4 or 5 years to be in the spot. So when that like dream girl, when I'm looking for that comes along, when I'm ready to like have kids, I'm not going to miss it. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Yeah.
You yeah.
Usually it's the other way around to where it's like, okay, she was with me when I was grinding and getting to the top.
Yeah.
Rather than me as, oh, I'm a finished product, come join the team.
You're absolutely right. And maybe it's a fucked up way to think about it, but that's the light at the tunnel for me. And look, in 5 years, I'll be working on something else. I'm never going to be a finished product, but like I'll put it to you like this. Like I had a friend, I'm not going to mention his name. He had a kid and I was selling real estate at the time and he was showing off his kid at the office and the phone rang and he had to run uptown to show an apartment. I mean, he was going to leave his kid. I've never seen a grown man like so dejected. Like I never, like when I'm at the next stage of my life, I don't want to have to work. Like I can work if I want to. Maybe that's phrased a little bit better.
So you mentioned you put in about 13 or 14 hours a day. Is this 7 days a week?
I mean, as needed, you know, like today is going to be a 14-hour day for sure. You know, woke up at 5, got out of the gym at 7:30, started dialing in. I'll probably be off the computer at like 9, 10 o'clock. But it's not every single day like that. Don't get me wrong. You know, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 12. Like even Saturdays and Sundays, there's things I'm getting done. Like tomorrow we have a content team coming in. One of my friends who shoots content. We're shooting all day from 8 a.m. to I think his train goes back at 8:55. So a lot of long days for sure.
So can you please describe your daily routine?
Yeah, so I wake up in the morning around 6 or 7, sometimes earlier. I woke up today at 5:15. Get to the gym. It's a block away. Get my leg workout in. I broke my leg like 3 years ago, and I'd never dunked before, so I always vowed like I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna fucking be able to yam, and I can. I can throw down hard, two-handed, like no questions asked. I'll send you the video. Come back to my crib, like eat some eggs. Yeah, dude, when I get up and I dunk, people do not, they're like shocked.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3", but like I'm like 6'3", like 170. Like I have an athletic build, I guess, but like I'm playing in men's leagues with like accountants. They're like, whoa, like that. I'm 27, you know, I'm not like some like fresh out of high school kid. So it's funny. But if you guys hoop, by the way, you know, I'd love to show you in real life.
That's the funny. We
yeah.
actually do. We hoop for real.
Will you guys hoop or no?
Hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah! What do you guys play?
I'm a bit past my prime. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I've been playing a while. There's actually a spot I'm going to this Friday at 7 if you're available.
Where?
It's in Flushing, Queens. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll talk offline.
Right.
But yeah, so wake up, hit the gym, come back, make some breakfast. I usually eat Chipotle every day. Like it's just one thing I just buy and it's just like ready and I have to worry about it.
Makes sense.
And then, you know, as needed, like, you know, either I'm talking to my lawyer about deals or I'm talking to my head of acquisitions on deals, or we're talking about improving the properties, or Airbnb, you know, people checking in, or I don't know, refinancing properties, or you know, leasing in the city, or new investors. Like there's a multitude of things I can fill my time with.
Do you have Airbnbs in New York?
Yeah.
Oh.
not in New York City. They're all in the Hudson Valley. So like where those presidents were at, like right, yeah.
Where those presidents were at. So how far is that from the city?
It's like 3 hours roughly.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's Albany. Yikes.
No, not as far as Albany. It's like an hour south of Albany.
Okay, so Albany. Okay. What would you say is the number one tip you give to someone to surviving and thriving in New York City?
There's no social obligation. Like whatever you want to do with your life, do it. Like there's someone who's doing it and is probably doing it harder and is weirder than you. So like whatever you want to be, attack it. Surviving and thriving. Spend as little money as possible. And like your first apartment, like maybe live in like you're gonna like not live in a great apartment. Like you gotta go out and explore the city and like breathe and see it and see the postman every day and get to know the bodega guy. Like that's the authentic, you know, New York City experience.
Mm. What are some of the things that you've been doing to try to combat this rising inflation?
Very good question. So what we're doing is, and this is sort of a niche real estate topic, we're trying to get a lot of deals with seller financing, meaning that the seller acts as the bank as opposed to you know, locking in an interest rate. Like right now interest rates are like 6.5%. We can go to a seller and get interest from them for like 3%. What are the things to combat inflation? Also just saving my money. Like I know that a lot of people are going to be in a very tough spot financially in like 5 or 6 months. So just waiting on the sidelines, waiting to strike.
Got you. Are you a fan of baseball, it seems?
I like basketball more. I just have this on my desk. I like to throw it around sometimes.
Who's it signed by?
It's not real, but it's the Yankees. They're not real signatures.
That's pretty good. Are you a Yankees fan?
Baseball's a little slow for me. Like I'll go, but like I'm not like super dialed on baseball. I'm more of a basketball guy. Like I was at the NBA finals this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was dope, bro. It was dope. I partied with Big Baby Davis. So, you know, Boston, you think like Boston's the same size as New York. It's not. It's like half the size, if that. So yeah, it was a dope experience.
How did you run into him?
I was not at the strip club, but he was. I was eating dinner next door and he like walked out. I'm like, Big Baby, what up? And we chatted for like 15-20 minutes. We're actually boys on IG now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, because he was looking at an apartment in New York and it's, you know.
Okay, you got into a conversation.
Yeah.
And my last question, what is the greatest city on planet Earth?
New York City, dude. New York City.
Right.
Get out of here. It's like, all right. LA, you move somewhere. If you move to LA if you want to be someone. New York, you move there if you are someone. Miami, you move there if you want to be somebody else.
Oh, I like that. I might have to clip that, honestly.
It's true. It's true. Think about all the people who moved to Miami to sell NFTs and be gurus. You know, like Think about all the people you know who like moved to LA to like, to like make it as an actress, and think about all the people you know in New York that are like fucking killing it, that are already there.
I can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Make sure you go check out his stuff. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. I love you all.